Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. XRP trading right now at about 16 cents, and we're seeing this bearish pennant still continuing to form. Nothing has really changed on that front. Let me just draw it out here for you guys. Bearish pennant. Okay, this is a good indicator that we are going to continue to see the trend go downward. And if you look, right, we're still hovering in support, bringing it back to support back in 2017. Okay, you guys can see here, we're trading in and around this zone here. Well, you can see the red line here on the chart denotes where the price is at right now. And we've been hovering, just kind of going up and down, in and amongst this area here. So at least we know this is very strong support before an uptrend. Nevertheless, because of the market conditions and because of what's going on in the world right now, and because of this bearish pennant, I would not be surprised if we saw XRP and other cryptocurrencies move to the downside. We can take a look at BTC just for confirmation. BTC is looking like it's making some upward momentum, but ultimately we are at the mercy of the entire market, guys. This is the S&P 500, and of course, we know what's going on in the world. We know markets are plummeting. We know everything is losing value. Gold, for example, rebounded a little bit here because people were realizing what a good deal it was. It was on sale. Silver had tanked too, and it had rebounded a little bit. People buying up the precious metals because they're realizing, this is very irrational. A lot of these fears in the market are irrational. And so this is like a gift from God, as I like to say, as I've learned in the past. For stocks, for cryptos, even for precious metals at this point in time, you can essentially buy anything and look like a friggin' genius when it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years on and you've made profit on your money. So something to keep in mind when you guys are looking for good deals, looking to buy, whether that be stocks, cryptocurrencies. Right now, it's game time. Have cash on the side. That is my number one investment advice, but never more cash than you can afford to lock away for a long time. Guys, I saw this. So this from Joker at Kia Crypto on Twitter, and he posts the XRP USD chart down here, and he says, patience will get you a better entry. And he posts this chart, and it's looking here like this is a bullish pennant. So this does not look like the chart that we're looking at here for XRP, where we're seeing that bearish pennant. He's posting a bullish pennant here, and some people down here are saying it's an inverse chart. Is this an upside down chart? Same thing. I was thinking price is going the wrong way in the chart. XRP Trooper, so we are headed for a crash then because your price chart is going the wrong way. And despite the fact that Joker here posted the wrong chart because this isn't not a current chart, the sentiment that he's stating here is indeed something you should listen to. Patience will get you a better entry. I know you guys, a lot of you guys are thinking, I'm going to buy here, and that's great, buying at 15 cents, 14, some of you got in at 11. That's all great news to cost average down, but ultimately this has been holding for quite some time. We haven't seen a rebound. We are seeing that bearish pennant, and market sentiment is down. So my thoughts, prices are going to continue to go down. And so in that regard, patience, and you will get a better entry on the downside. So entering at perhaps 11 cents, 9 cents, wherever you've set your entry points. This from Zai Crypto, MoneyGram's revenue is booming thanks to Ripple and XRP. So, despite market conditions, MoneyGram, the second largest money transfer company in the world after Western Union, reported an $11.3 million profit obtained after its alliance with Ripple implementing Ripple's ODL solution through its annual report to the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. MoneyGram explained that the use of Ripple's tools, like its ODL solution, which significantly reduced the cost and delivery time for cross-border transfers, as well as XRP, which also allows exchange of U.S. dollars, reduced costs and capital needs, generated profits, and allowed for additional cash flow. So the one thing that we have to remember is that we didn't know what kind of situation MoneyGram was in before the partnership with Ripple. After we heard about the partnership, we just kind of jumped on the MoneyGram train. And so you guys have to remember, MoneyGram's stock was going down, down, down. And then after the Ripple partnership, I got a lot of lines on this chart, but I'm just going to show you. After the Ripple partnership, stock price just kind of went up and up and up. And so I did a video in and around this time, and I said, you know what, guys, this isn't going to last forever. It's going to hit this zone and perhaps rebound, which it did, or it's going to hit this zone, which it did, or it's going to hit this zone, and this was my target. This was the target I put in here, which it did, in fact, before going up. But then, of course, the crash occurred, and all those profits are lost. So now MoneyGram trading at about $1.43. Nevertheless, they have opened themselves up for more cash flow, but I don't think this company was in a very good position before the Ripple partnership, and I think that is why they partnered with Ripple. And cash flow is important. This is why Ripple is targeting cross-border payments, allowing banks and financial institutions to not have to have money tied up in Nostro and Vostro accounts, and more importantly, for those smaller banks to not have to leverage the Nostro and Vostro money being tied up by the first-tier banks and not having to pay them a fee. Now they can just use RippleNet, which alleviates their cash flow, and so this is going to help so many companies in the coming years. MoneyGram is just one of the first ones because now they've partnered with Ripple, and we're seeing the cost benefits unfold before our eyes. And this from the Daily Hodl, $100 million Ripple investment brings crypto and blockchain technology one step closer to the gaming industry. So Ripple making a new investment here. Blockchain gaming startup Forte is teaming up with 5 developers to tap the technology underpinning cryptocurrency and apply it to mobile and computer games. And I don't know if you guys remember, but we did talk about the Ripple Forte relationship sometime last year. The announcement comes a year after Ripple, which utilizes the cryptocurrency XRP to power its payment settlement system, announced a fund to promote blockchain integration in the world of video games. Forte now oversees Ripple's $100 million investment in the gaming industry. So the gaming industry, a huge industry, bigger than television, bigger than films, bigger than traditional entertainment, and this has just grown over the decades. Forte says blockchain technology holds massive potential. Kaiser Huang, the company's vice president of marketing, says it will enable players to securely buy and trade in-game assets and even unlock new revenue streams. We firmly believe the blockchain technology by itself is not enough. Engaging player experiences must accompany it and are paramount to bringing the benefit of blockchain technology to the mainstream. So Ripple working on those verticals, right? Brad Garlinghouse mentioning that cross-border payments is just the first vertical for Ripple and that they are working towards being the Amazon of blockchain and cryptocurrency. And so by the looks of it, they aren't messing around. $100 million investment in the gaming industry. We will see how that pans out, keeping an eye on that. This from AMB Crypto, over 1.4 million XRP allegedly stolen via fake Ledger Live Chrome extension. And guys, this is why you have to be very, very careful where you get your information, where you're downloading things from, because these scammers were posing as the Ledger company, and they were they posted an extension for the Chrome browser, and people were able to find it via Google searches. And what this thing was actually doing was it was stealing your crypto. So please only buy Ledger and download Ledger products from the official Ledger website. Guys, if you still don't have a Ledger, I do have an affiliate link in the description. And guys, if you did download this Google Chrome extension, delete it immediately. Scammers may have pivoted from the world's largest cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, to other parts of the industry, plaguing inboxes with malware over the years. But XRP Forensics identified Ledger Live as a fraudulent Google Chrome extension that collects backup passphrases of users. In a new series of tweets, Explorer Forensics revealed that these extensions are advertised on Google searches and use Google Docs for the purpose of collecting data. Accounts are being emptied, and we have seen more than 200,000 XRP being stolen the past month alone. We don't have figures from other currencies. Don't ever download tools for your hardware wallet from other places than the vendor directly. And guys, again, this is why it's important to have your cryptocurrency safe and secured on a ledger. And apparently FDIC Gov is telling us the same things. Forget the mattress. Keeping large sums of cash at home is risky. The best place to protect your money is in an FDIC insured bank where it's safe and sound. Learn how the FDIC safeguards your money at fdic.gov/deposits. Let me play this video because I think that the U.S. government is getting a little worried that there might be a run on the banks. Let me play you this.
We're living in unprecedented time. At a time of a pandemic like this, it is way too easy to get confused and to have fear about what you should be doing with your money in your accounts, especially as you're looking at the volatility in the stock market and the financial sector. This is what I would like you to take away from this. Your money is safe at the banks. The last thing you should be doing is pulling your money out of the banks now, thinking that it's going to be safer someplace else. You don't want to be walking around with large wads of cash, and you certainly don't want to be hoarding cash in your mattress. It didn't pan out well for so many people. And I will tell you this, no depositor has lost a penny of their insured deposits since 1933 when the FDIC was created. So if you're talking about having your money in a safe place, please keep it in an FDIC insured bank.
So your government is telling you your money's safe with us. Keep it in an FDIC insured bank. We are not going to implement negative interest rates. Keep your money in the bank. It is safe here. Guys, this is a measure to prevent the masses from doing a run on the banks. Okay, in these uncertain times, people are very worried about their money, especially not having jobs at this point. Some of them, or maybe their hours have been cut back, their contracts ending sooner. So who puts this out? At FDIC Gov, letting the American people know that their money is safe in the bank. But the funny thing is, who retweeted this was Ledger. Actually, forget the mattress, use a Nano. And guys, I can't stress it enough. If you do have crypto, do not keep it on the exchanges, put it on a Ledger. And again, I do have an affiliate link in the description of every video. You can use it if you want. You do not have to use it though. Just get a Ledger. This from XRP Crypto Wolf. National Economic Council Director Kudlow says economic relief package will be $6 trillion. $2 trillion is for direct assistance and $4 trillion for Federal Reserve lending power. So this will be the largest financial package ever. XRP and other cryptos are my safe haven. And XRP Crypto Wolf, I tend to agree. I've been putting more and more money into crypto since this has been occurring, and it's going to be a safe haven because realistically, even though we saw a drop, it isn't anything as significant as what has happened in the stock market. We've been seeing volatility in the crypto market for a long time, so we're used to 30%. That's nothing for us. We laugh at that. We'll eat that for breakfast. All right, let me play you what Larry Kudlow has to say though here. Let me start it from the beginning.
That fund, by the way, will be overseen by an oversight board and an inspector general. It will be completely transparent. So the total package here comes to roughly $6 trillion, $2 trillion direct assistance, roughly $4 trillion in Federal Reserve lending power. Again, it will be the largest Main Street financial package in the history of the United States. Liquidity and cash for families, small business, individuals, unemployed, to keep this thing going. We're heading for a rough period, but it's only going to be weeks, we think. Weeks, months, not going to be years, that's for sure. And hopefully pave the way for continued economic recovery after this crisis. That fund...
So there you go. Saying it's going to be weeks, months. Also saying that the fund allocation is going to be transparent. But guys, I'll just remind you what had happened in the last economic collapse, okay? I'm going to bring up the currency. So right now, the US dollar, so this is the US to the Canadian dollar, okay? A very common pairing, but I'm going to show you the trend here. And right now, the US dollar has soared because of what is going on. And back in 2016, the US dollar soared as well. Let me show you here, though. We are forming a level of resistance up here. If I put that up there, look at that. We are forming what is looking to be a level of resistance. Let me just go back here though for a second, back to the economic collapse of 2007, 2008. Over here we saw the US dollar tanking, okay, when the stock market was tanking. And then just briefly we saw it shoot right back up again, okay, over the next few months. But then the US dollar had seen another slide after the economic collapse. And it didn't start rebounding really until late 2012, early 2013, okay? Now this is against the Canadian dollar. If you look at the USD to the euro, let me just bring that up here. We saw something similar, although there were more bounces, okay? We saw it kind of vacillating back and forth. Let's look at the USD versus the Japanese yen. I'm just picking some of the major currencies here that are big traders against the US dollar. So the Japanese yen here too as well. After the economic collapse, the US dollar was sliding down vis-a-vis the Japanese yen. So guys, could we see the American greenback lose its value either during this mini recession or maybe shortly thereafter? We've seen it in the past. And what is that going to mean for cryptocurrency? Having cryptocurrency as that safe haven. How much cryptocurrency do you have versus how much fiat do you have, percentage-wise? You can let me know in the comments if you're comfortable doing that, because I have a feeling that once the US dollar does start sliding down, start losing value, well, first we know cryptocurrency compared to the US dollar will go up just because the dollar is worth less. So cryptocurrency vis-a-vis the US dollar will appear to be rising. But also, do you think your XRP, Bitcoin, whatever you have, is going to be that safe haven to help you combat these economic effects during this time of uncertainty? I just wish that today we had the infrastructure in place to be able to use our cryptocurrency to buy more things. But guys, always keep positive. Just remember, you and I are the very early adopters. We have XRP, and realistically, I can only see a positive outcome for XRP and cryptocurrency holders coming out of this situation. Anyways, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.